Hello students, welcome you all for the session of construction quality management. In this session, we'll be going to discuss on ISO 9000, its basic principles, process of implementation and benefits. Now what is ISO 9000? Before that, first we should know what is ISO. It is an international organization for standardization. The term ISO describes the series of international standards dealing with product design, production, delivery, service, and testing. ISO 9000 is a set of international standards on quality management and the quality assurance, developed to help companies effectively document the quality system, elements to be implemented to maintain an efficient quality system. The ISO 9000 series comprises two basic types of standards, those addressing quality assurance and those addressing quality management. So, the International Organization for Standardization is an independent, non-governmental organization, the member of which are the standards organizations of 164 member countries. It is the world's largest developer of voluntarily international standards, and it facilitates world trade by providing common standards among nations. So, why the ISO has been created? In order to maintain the quality in the products, in order to maintain the quality standards in the products. Now, coming to the quality management or the assurance, ISO 9000 has been set up. There are various number of ISO series, whereas 9000 is addressed for the quality management and quality assurance. And it has two basic types. One is for the assurance and one is for the management. So how these standards helps in the business or the production? They help in increasing productivity while minimizing the errors and waste. By enabling the product from different markets to be directly compared, they facilitates companies in the entering new markets and assist in the development of global trade. So it is a tool to assist a quality in your product. Okay, whether your product is as achieved as per the standard quality or no. So to know the standard, this ISO is acts as a tool for it. Okay, so for example, if you want to be a quality in your work, you have to follow some standards. So those standards, we call them as the set of organizational standardization. So one of the standard here is the ISO. For example, if you want to purchase any a product, first you will be seeing the standard hallmarks on that product, whether that product is as per the specified standards or no. Why you will be checking? Because whether that product is manufactured as per the qualities, as per the procedures or no, will be knowing through by that hallmarks. So this ISOs will tell you about the quality of the product. Now ISO 9000 series is based on the 8 principles. So those are customer focus, engagement of employees, leadership, process approach, evidence-based decision making, relationship management, mutually beneficial supplier relationships, and continual improvement. So let's discuss one by one. So what is a customer focus? It is to understand the customer's need, meet the customer's requirements, and strive to exceed the customer's expectation. Leadership, it establishes the unity of purpose and organization direction and provides an environment that promotes employee involvement and achievement of objectives. So you being as the leader, you should know how to engage the work, how to motivate the laborers, how to improve the product, so that all qualities comes under leadership. Next is the involvement of people. So taking the advantage of fully involved employees using all their abilities for the benefit of organization. Process approach. Recognize that things accomplished are the results of the process, and the processes along with the related activities and resources must be engaged or managed. So how you approach the process, what standards you will follow, what are the procedures you have to set as per the guidelines or the laws. comes under the process approach. Then next is the system approach to the management. The multiple interrelated processes that contribute to the organization's effectiveness are the system and should be managed as a system. So the system includes the set of people will be where we're continuously trying to striving for the continuous improvement of the organization. So they have to set a system where the quality of product will go smoothly according to the regulations or the laws. Continual improvement. Continual improvement should be a permanent objective applied to the organization and to its people, process, systems, and products. Factual approach to decision making. Decision must be based on the analysis of accurate, relevant, and reliable data and information. So while taking the decisions, you have to study the present market scenario, whether the product you are going to manufacture is relevant in the current scenario. Okay. So it's based on the practical set you have to take the decisions. The next is mutually beneficial supply relationship. Both the organization and some supplier benefiting from one another's resources and knowledge results in value for all. So it should be a beneficiary for both of you, for the management and for as well the customer. One who producing the manufacturing goods and one who using. So for both of the it should be beneficial. Now next is understanding the ISO standards. So there are some standards which we have to understand for what purpose they will be used. So first one is the ISO 9000. It gives the guidance to select and use the quality management and quality assurance standards. So for the quality management and quality assurance, we have to go with the ISO 9000. ISO 9001. This standard section helps in specifying quality assurance in different production stages. These stages include design, development, production, installing, and final service. So whatever the guidelines you have to follow for your design, for the development, for the production procedures, you have to go with the ISO 9001. For example, for your RCC work, you will be following IS 456-2000 for the design purpose. So here wise, we have to follow 9001. That is for the quality design. ISO 9002 is for the quality assurance in the production and installation stage of the task. So at the initial stages, whatever the guidelines you have to follow, you have to go with the ISO 9002. Then ISO 9003 tells or gives the assurance for the final stage, that is the final inspection or the testing stage is guided by the 9003. Whereas ISO 9004 gives the quality management and quality system elements by its standards. This is the last part of the ISO 9000 series. So there are the various series where for each series they will be guiding at the every stage of the production. Okay, now for construction we have to follow two ISOs, that is ISO 9001 and ISO 9002. ISO 9001 certifies that it for the companies who carry out the design activities as the major business operation. So the design, development, production, installation and final servicing. So those who are dealing with the design and development, they have to go through the ISO 9001. Then ISO 9002 is related for the non-designal activities. So it includes the production and installation. So those who are working on the factories for their manufacturing of their products, they have to follow the ISO 9002 series. Now how to implement the ISO 9000? So as a company owner or a management head, if you want to apply for the ISO certification, what are the various steps you have to follow? So from the bottom, if you see, first is you have to select an appropriate quality system model. Then you have to conduct the status review against the standard, develop a quality system as per the standard, implement of quality system in line with the standard, apply for registration with certificate body, get the quality system verified and certified by a recognized certification body. So for example, if you want to manufacture a product, okay, so first you have to select what type of product you are going to manufacture, whether it is a design based or whether it is the model based. So for that particular base, you have to set a standards. So those standards you have to set by the decision makers, with the help of the decision makers, stakeholders in the sense maybe the consumers or the people who are working there. So for from all their help, you have to set a standard. Then you have to conduct the status review against the standard. So whatever the set of standards you have measured, you are established. So those standards you have to discuss with the stakeholders, you have to discuss with your management team whether the rules or the regulation or the procedure is correct or no. Now once the standard is fixed, you have to develop the quality system for that. That is how to carry out the procedure, how to carry out the manufacturing process, what all quality I have to adopt. So once you develop the quality system, in what way the procedure has to be carried out, you have to implement that quality in line with the standard. That is whether the work is going as per the standards or no, or any errors are been happening while the carry outing the work. If any errors are there, you have to rectify those errors by the inspections, rigorous or continuous inspections. So once you feel that is your product is manufactured as per the standard, then you can apply for the registration of certification. So once the you registered for the certification, again the quality system will be verified. The team member from the ISOs will be verifying rigorously your product, starting from how you planned it, how you set the standards, how you manage the quality in your standards, how you produce the product, what all steps you have taken, what all qualities measures you have taken, whether it has been followed as per the standards or no. So once they satisfy your work, if they feel yes it is as per the quality, then they will certify your product as the ISO 9000. So this is the example how it is carried out. Now what are the requirements that should be satisfied by the ISO 9000? So they are management responsibility, quality system, review of contracts, control of design, control of documents, purchasing, purchase supplied product, identification of product and traceability, process control, inspection and testing, inspection, measurement and equipment testing. So if you want to manufacture a product, starting from the planning by the management team until the finished product, or at whatever stages they occur, in all stage your ISO 9000 has to satisfy the criterias. It may be the planning, or it may be the review, it may be the design documents, how you follow the procedure, what all controls you will take, what all inspections you do, what all testings you do, how you manage the materials or equipments. So all the criteria has to be satisfied by the ISO 9000. Apart from that, again, what are the requirements are status of inspection and test, control of products that are non-conforming, corrective action, handling, storing, packaging and the delivery, quality records, internal quality system auditing, training, servicing, statistical techniques. That is from starting from A to Z, that is planning to finishing, whatever all stages are there, in all stages the ISO has to take care whether it has been implemented as per the standards or no, or that is procedure or no. Now what are the various advantages of ISO 9000? One is the increased marketability. As your product is recognized by the ISO, obviously your product will be demand in the market. Reduced operational expenses. So as you are following the standards, rules and regulations, unnecessary expenses will be reduced. Better management control. So if you have a tool of ISO 9000, the management can easily plan and easily control and easily access the things. Increased customer satisfaction. Obviously, if your product is ISO 9000, more number of satisfaction will be there from the customer because it will be as per the standards. Improved internal communication. Yes, employer efficiency will be increased, their communication will be increased. Improved customer services. You will get the good services from the customers, that is from you and the customer.